Hey everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Kingdom Death Monster. This will be the settlement phase for the settlement of Ember, Lantern Year 9. And we just returned from what was a grueling almost hour and 30-minute fight with the Kingsman, and it did not leave us in the best of ways. Now, there were some people that got some really good benefits out of the fight, some that didn't. One of the most gruesome and intriguing things was Ragnar gained the chest piece of the Kingsman as a curse for slaying him. The chest piece, his organs ripped out of his chest, his torso contorted, metal infused itself, and he gained this armor. If he gains all the armor of the Kingsman, then he becomes a Kingsman. And that's not likely to happen, but it does give him a 4 armor in his chest location, so we're going to have to move some armor around, and that's okay because I think we can get some people into some better gear. And so we're going to have to have a short, I think this is not going to be a very long settlement phase because we have the same resources we had last time, which we kind of concluded we did everything we needed to do. But I have a lot of endeavors, and so what I might do is do some scrap salvaging to see if we can get some scrap. And then see if we can build something in the blacksmith or something. That might be helpful. Or the weapon crafter to gain just some even better gear. I need to start outfitting Ragnar in different gear. He was building up the antelope gear, which is probably... I want to do an epic showdown for the end of the season, which will be the next season. This is 9. And have a big fight. But I do think I want that antelope gear. So I'm thinking about what to do next. Regardless of that, we're about to head into the settlement phase. So let's get started. Okay, so first thing you have to do, and I'll do it afterwards. It's not a crisis unless something comes up, and then I'll do it at that moment in time, is you have to get rid of all the wounds and everything that people have taken. Now, again, as a result of that last fight, Annabelle came back holding her intestines. So she is out. She's got to stay and heal. She can't do anything until she's healed. So that means that we have to skip the next hunt phase with her. Also, Beowulf took an injury and has to skip the next hunt phase. So he's out of the running for next turn as well. We're going to have to find somebody else to take his place with the cat armor. Not a crisis. Nona, in an interesting turn of events, got another fighting style called Monster Claw style. She needs to dump her bow. And the sad thing about that is she is proficient with the bow. She's got bow proficiency now. She just achieved it, or specialization rather. So, but she's going to have to dump it because she's going tooth and claw, and someone else is going to have to take over the archery for the group, which is interesting because I really don't have anybody that would, except for whoever maybe replaces Annabelle, which means that her daggers would go into the store pile. Anyway, I just want to catch you up on that. That's where we're at now. Let's move into the settlement phase and get started with that. See what happens. We do have a special event this round, so it'll be very interesting. So let's go. Okay, survivors return. That's the first thing that happens. Like I said, I would erase all the stuff from their sheets, and I will do so before we get going. But right now, I'm not too worked up about it. I'm going to kind of do it as I go. Next thing we would do is gain our endeavors. Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And guys, I keep looking because people suggested I'm missing one, but I don't see where. I've looked at everything. I see that I have 5 endeavors, not 4. We have 4 returning survivors. I have 5, but I don't see where we'd have 6, and that's confusing me because I've had a couple people say I'm missing one. Anyway, we have 5 to the best of my knowledge. So we have gathered those, and then we're going to go to the update, the timeline. Whoop. Well, we're not going to spend those endeavors yet, but we do have to draw a new settlement event card, and we have to deal with the Gorm climate now. So those are the first things that happen. So let's do that. I'm going to grab those, and remember, as part of my house rules, the last card that was drawn, which was Cracks in the Ground, will go on the bottom. We will not draw that, but we do have to deal with this Gorm climate event, so let's take care of that. And just as a note, it does say to archive these, and you should archive them and write down what they do, but when I'm taking care of 4 players, characters, it's much easier to go, oh, he's got an ability there. Oh, look, this ability there. So I take them out. When I do have to give somebody a new one, I put them back in, shuffle them up, randomize them, etc. But let's deal with this. We got to roll a d10. A 9. Okay. Well, we still don't have storytelling. So the settlement struggles against the quaking ground, linking arms to brace themselves against the storm. Nominate a survivor with 0 hunt experience. They draw strength from the settlement determination and gain 1 courage. Well, interestingly enough, last time we did that with Jack Sparrow, didn't we? Yes, we did. So guess what I'm going to do? He's already at 2 courage. So I'm going to do this with Jack Sparrow again. He still has 0 hunt experience. He's going out next time. So he's going out with 3 courage, which means we're going to have to create a character sheet for him. And before we leave, we're going to have to do his courage event for bold. Okay, but that's only part 1. So we're going to put these up. And remember, as my house rule, I'm not shuffling this back in until we draw this new event. And then that one will go back in. Of course, the Gorm Climate stays out. So let's draw our new event card. Okay. Let's see what we get. The Dark Trader. And see, this is why I leave one out. We've seen the Dark Trader in 9 draws of this with over, what, 30, 40 cards in here. We've seen the Dark Trader more than once already. Okay, good that he came back. A corpulent man reclines on a chair carried on the back of 4 cloaked men. He offers to sell the settlement many amazing treasures. Each may be purchased only once. So we can get the Strange Brew for 6 resources. We can get the Pink Stone for 2 resources. Or we can get the Shiny Sexy Jeweled Thong for 7 resources. Well, you know what? We got a lot of spare resources. Let me think about what we want to do here. We could excitedly consume the Strange Brew. What does it do? Well, it could kill us. Everything in this game can kill you. Everything goes red. Gain the Rageaholic disorder and the interactual hemorrhage severe injury. Or it burns your eyes. Gain +1 permanent accuracy. That's pretty good. That's a Strange Brew. Pink Stone. As soon as the trader leaves, you realize it's a useless rock. It's just a sharp rock. Gain a Founding Stone. The stone begins to glow. Gain the Immortal disorder. So why would I want the pink rock? I'd get a Founding Stone, I suppose. And then the Sexy Jeweled Thong, which is probably the one, just for the fun of it. I'm probably going to do this one. You look amazing. If only it wasn't so uncomfortable. Suffer 1 permanent evasion. It doesn't say you have to nominate anybody. Wearing it feels incredible. Gain +1 permanent luck. So I guess when we spend this, we're rolling for somebody. Do I do that? I don't know. We'll think about it for a moment. We got some things to do. That is a lingering event, so don't have to complete it right now. But that's not the only thing that happens. So next thing on Update to Timelines, we trigger any story events on the settlement event timeline sheet, and we do have one. It was one that happened a while ago, and that is the Bone Witch. Remember, we were visited, and we had to expel a couple of people, and so, I'm sorry, we're in settlement year 10. I'm sorry, that's why I kept saying, this should be the last one, the last year for the season for us. We do have to deal with the Bone Witch, which is in settlement year 10 for us. And Lantern Year, rather. So we're going to get that out and deal with that now. The Bone Witch is returning to camp. One day, the exile emerged from the darkness. The settlement worried at the sound of her wailing chants. Everyone feared what mystery kept her alive in the darkness all these years. Some could not resist asking. All non-deaf returning survivors gain +3 insanity. That's good for us, actually. Needed that. The most insane returning survivor, or survivors in case of a tie, is inexorably drawn toward the Bone Witch and must endeavor at the witch's camp. Otherwise, during the settlement phase, any survivor may endeavor at the witch's camp. Okay, so we know that, let's check out everybody's insanity. So Nona had none, so that'll put her at 3, I'm marking that down. Beowulf is probably going to be our, no, that'll put him up to 4. He only had 1 left. It's probably, I guess, will it be Ragnar? We shall see. Annabelle has 2, so she's at 5. Right now she's the leader in insanity. And Ragnar has, we have a tie. So we're going to spend 2 of our 4 endeavors going to the Bone Witch, it looks like. He had 2 as well. He is at a 5. Okay, well, let's do that. So we know that Annabelle and Ragnar are going to the Bone Witch. They're going to endeavor to Bone Witch. So I will immediately spend 2. And I got to let them see if we have enough resources to do a innovation. But we're going to roll a d10 and see what we get. Let me think about who we're going to have go first. So this is the bone, which, by the way, I guess there is another picture, more interesting picture over on the other page, but I don't want to get flagged for anything, so I'm not going to leave it off just in case. Anyway, well, we're going to have to roll for here, so I just spent my endeavors. Annabelle will go first. Let's see what she gets. She gets a 9. Man, Annabelle, I swear. Oh, if only it was a 10. I don't think we have this anyway. The bone which whispers all of the horrors and wonders she has seen, arming you with valuable wisdom. Gain +2 insanity, +1 understanding, and the bone whisperer secret fighting art. Well, we're going to have to take a look at that because Annabelle actually has 3 fighting arts, so she'll have to give up 1. But I am going to guess the bone whisperer is probably going to be better. However, that does give her understanding, so we're going to have an insight check because that gives her her 3rd point of understanding. And she gains +2 insanity, so now she's at a 7 insanity. She just went nuts. But she's insane all the time anyway as a result of one of her disorders, which is stark raving. Okay, and before we go, I'll go get her her thing, but let's go do that now. So this is the Bone Whisperer Secret Fighting Art. It says, when another survivor dies on the showdown board, place a token where they died. If you pass over it, remove the token and eat their skull. Heal your survivor and roll 1d10 plus your hunt experience. Oh my god, this would be crazy for Annabelle. On 10 plus, you run away into exile at the end of the showdown. You're gone forever, so that would be the most likely thing to happen to her. She can gain +1 permanent strength or +1 gain of fighting art and +5 survival, but she's got so much survival experience, I don't think that would be helpful to her. Now, she's already got tumbling, king step, and what's the other one? Something battle? Sweet battle? I think it is. I'll look it up. What's it called? King step, tumble, and clutch fighter. No, Annabelle doesn't have clutch fighter. Oh, she does. She does. Clutch fighter, sorry. Yeah, so let's roll for Beowulf now and see what he gets. He gets a 1. Okay. Okay, the bone which never forgave her exile. Her burning hatred in the dark, brighter than any lantern. With jagged teeth and gnarled claws, she attacks. You manage to escape, but the wounds she inflicts continue to burn. The group may spend 3 endeavors to save you, otherwise you die a miserable wailing death. Desperate departing survivors are haunted by the terrible... No, we're going to have to spend the rest of our 3 endeavors. This is going to be the shortest settlement turn ever because we're not going to build anything either. I can't go after any scrap. We're going to do that. I'm not going to let Beowulf die. Departing survivors are haunted by the terrible death. And then we add the Bone Witch to the timeline 3 years later again. So we saved him. We spent all of our time and energy saving our guy, and he comes back. She comes back 1, 2, 3. She comes back in the same year as the Nemesis encounter with the hand coming to us. So she's going to come back. She goes screaming off in the darkness, and she's going to come back. And I think the Bone Whisperer is going to go away. She's going to keep the fighting arts that she has. And really, I don't know what... I mean, other than preparing for getting out of here, I don't know that there's much we can do. We didn't really have the resources we needed. I could do the Dark Trader. That's really about it. Okay, well, Annabelle, who lost her arm recently and came back disemboweled and has a bunch of scars, wanted to feel nice and pretty and sexy again. So she's going to get the sexy, shiny sexy jeweled thong. Now, I've already spent the resources. It is a bunch of organs and a hide. So 7 resources. I was looking and I really don't have anything I can build to... Oh, look at that. A 10. I was rolling for 10. Anyway, what I was adding there is I really don't have anything I can build with organs that is interesting right at this point in time. Everything's already been built. Anyway, roll a 10. So, what does she get? Wearing it feels incredible. Gain +1 luck. That puts her at +2 luck, guys. So she's running around this sexy chain thong bikini like Red Sonja. And she got lucky. And then the trader departs because we have done our thing with the trader. That really, other than that, we're going to go through, you know, we did update the death count, nobody died, check milestones, we did that, we developed, we really didn't want to develop anything, I got rid of a bunch of resources, that's about it. And so we're going to depart, guys, I'm going to get everybody ready for departure, I'm going to pick who we're going to take, I can guarantee you one of them is going to be Jack Sparrow, because we also have to do his bold event. Well, let's do that now, since we're here on the thing. I'll just pull open the bold events, and we'll take a look at that. See what he gets. There's age. Armored Strangers, Birth of a Savior, and that should be next one. Bold. Let's get it done and see. We got the bold event during the settlement phase. So we're going to get the Matchmaker special ability, because that's what you get. So Jack Sparrow is a matchmaker. I got to get a character sheet together for him. And then we're going to roll, I think 2d10, right? Or is it just 1d10? 1d10 on this chart. 5. So he is going to gain +1 Endeavor this settlement phase. Okay, well, we'll take that. Someone gives me 1 Endeavor to spend on this settlement phase. So we will have something to do. Let me see if I have enough now. Oh, I used the hide, but I wonder if I have enough organs to innovate. I think I do. Let me look at our sheet, because most of our stuff's written on our sheet. I have a skull, so I have that. I have lion testes, organ, and the shimmering mane. Yes. Okay, we're going to spend those 3 resources, so I don't have those anymore, so that we can endeavor. Or, sorry, innovate. Okay, here's our innovation deck. I really want to try, I'm trying to get whatever we need to get Dash back, or whatever that one is. Yeah, Dash, we're missing Dash again. We get Song of the Brave, and we get 2, of course. Family. What do we get for these now? The survivors lift their voices on arrival. Each non-death survivor gains removes 1 negative attribute token. During the Overwhelming Darkness story event, each non-death survivor may select the Path of the Brave. We might take that because we are fighting tougher creatures and chance we could end up in Overwhelming Darkness. Departing survivors gain +1 survival. That's family. We're probably going to take that. Survivors nominated for intimacy may give themselves a surname if they do not have one. A newborn survivor inherits the surname of one of the parents, their weapon type, and half rounded down of their weapon proficiency levels. We're taking family. I know I keep passing on Song of the Brave, and I think it's burned us once or twice, but we're going to take family. And then I got to get the family consequences to add to our deck. So we will be adding Clan of Death to our deck. It says the enduring strengths of your clan passes through generations. All newborn survivors gain +1 accuracy, +3 strength. If we draw that, hopefully we do, we become the Clan of Death. Even though we bury our dead and protect our young, we'll still be the Clan of Death. Alright, well that was good. Family worked out for us. And we get another departing survival. So that means at this point we are going to be departing with, let's see, 1, 2, looks like 2 survival, just naturally departing with 2 survival. Maybe 3. I got to keep looking just to be sure I haven't missed one. Oh, here's where collective toil. At the start of your settlement phase, gain +10 for every, okay, +1 for every 10 population. So I should have 6. That's where it is, guys. I found the 6th endeavor. So I do have another endeavor, and I think we'll nominate Ragnar to go scrap smelting. He likes to do that. Not Ragnar, Angus. Angus is our scrap smelting guy. We're going to do that, see if we can get some scrap in here, because we need some. Okay, here's how this works. We roll on this table here. No. Scrap smelting. Where is it? Or not scrap smelting, but scrap whatever. There's augury. Here, scrap scavenging. Here we go. We're going to roll on that. Cocked. Roll 4. 1 through 5. Something attacks from the darkness. Spend 1 survival. He's got plenty of survival or die. So Angus has plenty of survival. He's got 6 at this point. Or no, he's got 4 actually. So he goes down to 3 survival. Came back empty-handed, but that's okay. We tried. We could have used some scrap. Alright, because I have the blacksmith, I want to start doing some things with it. Anyway, that's really, okay, now we're really done with our settlement phase. Guys, I think Lantern Year 10 Showdown, I need antelope parts. Let's go after a level 2 antelope. I'm going to have, I can't have Beowulf and Annabelle, so I'm going to have the newly tooled up No-No. I think she's going to go in armored up, hands bared. And I think we'll bring in, we're definitely going to keep Ragnar. I think we'll bring Sif back. And I have to decide. So we got 3 already. The only thing I have to decide between is Annabelle. So Sif will replace Annabelle. Sif has got no weapon proficiencies yet. She's a youngster. But she's going to come into this with some stuff. So I think the other one's going to be Jack Sparrow. And we'll get him in here too. So, since he can have a surname now, it actually makes some sense. Let's do that. So let me clean everything up and get ready for our hunt phase against a level 2 screaming antelope. It's going to be bad, I'm sure, but it'll be fun. Okay guys, here we are with the hunt phase for our next, our final episode of the season as we go after a level 2 screaming antelope. I know this is going to be pretty brutal because we have 2 brand new people on this attack with us. Now, here's the interesting part about that. They're pretty tooled up. Jack Sparrow, who I put in the lion, in the entire lion gear set with the guitars, while he doesn't have any weapon proficiency, so what? He has his bold +3 courage, which didn't really give him much. He got matchmaker, but he's got toughness as well. And he's got 3 points of armor in every location. He's got +1 accuracy, +1 strength, +1 luck, and 1 understanding. So he's coming out of the gate. Plus, don't forget, Nona's giving everybody a strength token. He's coming out of the gate pretty strong. Nona, I did switch her up. I took the bow away from her and gave her the screaming horns and screaming coat. So as I adjust her armor, she's going to have 3 in the head. Oh, and the screaming skirt, 3 in the waist, 2 in the body, but she has some other bonuses from that, and that's it. So, and the lion headdress gives her a bonus, so she's got 4 in the head. She doesn't have the arms yet, and she doesn't have the legs yet, but she kept the whispering heart and the bone darts just in case. But she's going in fist and tooth because she's got the acid palms, which on wounding you roll 2d10. It's pretty powerful. And then she's got the monster claw style. Your fist and tooth attacks gain +1 accuracy, +1 strength, and savage. And what does savage do? Let's take a quick look at savage so I can tell you what that does. And I have to remember that she has it. Savage, a gear special roll after the first critical wound in an attack. Savage weapon causes 1 additional wound. So she's really brutal now. Plus she's got a red fist, so she's got an extra strength token. And at the start of the game turn, everybody can, and you can spend them as survival. Plus, she's got the screaming horns and the screaming coat, which allows her to do some special abilities, and the lion headdress, which gave her an additional armor. She is only departing though with it looks like 4 survival total. Jack has 6, Sif has 4, and Ragnar has 4. He's going to start with 4. Let me make that note of that. No, he's going to start with 3. I take it back. No, it's 4. It's 4. 4 survival. So we're not in the best shape on survival. We don't have everybody totally tooled up on survival, but we're okay. Again, Jack Sparrow's going all full lion armor. Sif has taken the bow, but she's wearing all of the rawhide gear, and she's got the scrap dagger. So she's doing okay. She can do a number of things. Now, she's another one. She's got tough. She's got +1 strength. She's got the strength token. She's got a point of courage. That's really all she's got. But she's kind of new. She does have some experience, though. And then we got Ragnar, of course. Ragnar has gone with because he can't get rid of the regal placard, which is now his chest. That gives him 4 armor. So he took the skull helmet. He kept the shield and the rib blade. So he's going in knuckle shield, rib blade. He's got the bone blade is back up. Some dried acanthus and monster grease. Plus, don't forget, he's got the timeless eye and heroic and the king step fighting art. So he's doing all right. And so here we are. We are at the hunt phase. We're going to draw the first of the hunt cards. And I think as an inauguration, Nona always draws the first card. It's been good luck so far. We'll see if that remains. It may not. So let's go with Nona. Now, I've changed figures out. Since Sif has the bow, she's now the bow figure. And this is going to be Nona, since it looks the look is similar, but she no longer has any weapons, so it made some sense. Anyway, here's our first card. Now remember, the antelope was way farther down. He's level 2. Skittish. Oh no. Panicked by the oncoming survivors, the screaming antelope moves 1 space away from the survivors on the hunt board, and then roll a random event. So boosh, and we're going to roll a random event. So this could be a rather interesting hunt phase of good and bad stuff, right? So I'm going to go over to that. We're going to get the dice out, and we're going to roll on the table and see what ill begets us. Being the season finale, we'll see how this ends up, right? So 45. Okay, 45. I think like we're rolling low a lot on this, but let's see what 45 does. It has those roll lows haven't been absolutely horrible, but I think it's totally random. Jagged Valley. Okay, let me get this over so you can see it if you want to. Okay, a valley of sharp white stones opens before the survivors, looking like a toothy maw. As the survivors push and climb through the jagged spires, they find that even the shallowest nicks bleed profusely. Each survivor suffers 1 event damage to the body Unless the survivor has bandages to patch up their wounds, all survivors gain 2 bleed tokens. What? If any survivor has pickaxe, they may try to convince the other survivors to let them investigate a bit more. If they are convinced, roll a d10. Well, we don't have the pickaxe, and everybody's going to start with 2 bleed tokens and a point of damage to the body. I will take care of that in a moment. That was awful. I wish we had a way to reroll that, but we don't. So we're going to go on to the next event. Okay, well, I've taken care of that, and they all move up. Nona, your streak is broken. That was not cool. Okay, now we're going to deal with another random event, so let's take care of that. I'll just move that back there with the antelope. And I think we'll have, let's see, we'll just go in order. So Jack Sparrow is going to take the next event, and we're going to see what terrible tragedy happens to us now. That was really bad. It's only 3 bleed tokens more and someone dies from it. 48, so we're staying on the same page even. Death wager. The survivors are awoken by a traveler hidden in a deep cloak. The traveler pulls back his hood and reveals a deformed face with 2 chins curving away from each other. That's the freaky dude right there. Each with its own mouth. In a dreamlike state, the survivors all understand this entity is known as the Gambler, and if they speak, they will die. Until this event is complete, only the event revealer may speak. If any other player speaks, the survivor turns cold dead. Okay, well, we don't have to worry about that. The survivor must play the gambler's game or be trapped with him forever. Each survivor rolls a d10. Alright, well, let's see what terrible things happen to us. Let me think about it. I don't know what I'm thinking about. I'm going to think. Well, there's really nothing anybody can do. So let's roll Nona. Nona gets a 3, a 2 through 9. You do not lose, nor do you win. Play again if you wish. Roll again on the table. We will not play again. Jack Sparrow gets a 7, nothing. Again, will not play again. Sif gets a 6, nothing, and Ragnar gets a 9, nothing. So the only way we get anything is a 1 or a 10. 10, that extra luck, man. I don't know. Does Sif want to give it a shot? Or Ragnar? He's already got... Jack Sparrow's already got +1 luck. I don't know. Jack Sparrow's going to give it a try. Nope. So that's it. He's done. He gave it a shot. He's not going to push his luck any further. Nothing happened from that. The gambler goes on his way. Okay, so Sif is going to take the next hunt event. Stampede. A thunderous boom approaches. The survivors may hide. If they do, move the quarry back, 1 space back. You kidding me? Otherwise, all survivors gain +1 courage and roll a d10. I think we can't have him keep moving back. He's getting way back there. I think we're going to do the 1d10, guys. So everybody's going to gain a courage. Nona's already way up on the courage chart. Jack Sparrow already had 3, so that gives him 4. That gives Sif 2 courage, and Ragnar is going to get 2 courage as well. I don't know if that may be helpful later. And then we're going to be rolling a d10, so let's see what happens. Okay, now we have to roll for the stampede. It's not each survivor, it's just 1, so let's see what we get. A 9. What does that do for us? The survivors corners one of these stampeding antelopes. Start the showdown immediately. Yes! That is awesome. So after that terrible event, we had this happen. So we're going to start the showdown immediately, which will be the next episode, guys. And that will be the final episode of Season 2. First Ember Settlement season for Kingdom Death Monster. What I'm going to do is I'm going to schedule it. I'm thinking in 4 weeks I'm going to start again with a new one, so I get some other stuff to the table. I have a game called Unknown that the publisher sent to me that they want reviewed or played on the table. I'm going to do that one. I also need to finish up the No Sanctuary, the Walking Dead No Sanctuary scenario that we're doing right now, and I have some other things going on. So, guys, we leaped ahead. We're going to kill the antelope. I'm really curious what the other event was, if it was something good. Grazing fields. Oh, we didn't have sickles or anything, so it probably wouldn't have mattered. But we're going to go fight ourselves a level 2 screaming antelope, and you know it's going to be really, really bad. But we're going to give it our best shot and see if we can survive. And we're going to do that again with Nona, Jack Sparrow, Sif, and Ragnar. So Ragnar and Nona have quite a bit of experience with Jack Sparrow. This is his first time out, and Sif has only been out 1 other hunt. Yep. And I haven't taken Constantine out in a long time, but I'm trying to mix up these veterans with some of these new, skilled, really good characters that are coming out. I could have taken, there's another one on our list that I haven't, Sybil, who has the Metal Maw. She's pretty good too. It's too bad she's not the one that got all these tooth and claw abilities, because that would have helped her. Anyway, guys, we'll see you in the next episode. So I really thank you for watching and keeping up with this season. And the season is about to come to an end with an epic battle, I hope, I believe, after an epic battle with the Kingsmen. And we'll see if we gain enough great resources to be able to do something with and finish off the antelope gear. We only need 2 more pieces of it. I'd like to get that done. And maybe get some scrap and stuff that we can do some smelting with. That might depend on the stuff that ends up on the board from a terrain standpoint. So guys, I will see you in the next episode. Talk to you soon, and be on the lookout. This weekend I will be posting a channel update that is going to have a lot of critical information in it. So if you're watching this through to the end, please make sure to tune in over the weekend and look for that, and it will be posted. So thanks guys, I'll talk to you soon.